Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Well, let's go with this first. Maybe you are aware that in Ukraine right now is martial law. It was instituted again. It was extended, which is normal under conditions of war. It's nothing, you know, abnormal or anything. But what this can give an opportunity for certain leaders to settle scores with other individuals who might find to be, not on the same, script with these guys. So uh, probably you know that not previous, the president of Ukraine who was ousted through a coup d'état and overthrown in 2014. His name is Viktor Yanukovych. He was elected democratically in Ukraine, and then he was overthrown by inside forces with outside help. And then once that happened, this Yanukovych fled the country. Didn't want to get this, and then the eastern regions of Donbass, Lugansk, they said, okay, we don't recognize the new instituted government through not a revolution, coup d'état. Basically, it was people got shot and other things. So it was not like with flowers. My flower is gonna hit you. Or no, my flower is gonna hit you. No, it was my bullet is gonna hit you. That's how it was. So, nevertheless, since then, I was about to say USSR. Well, we can use that. Russia did not recognize the new government, even if it was after the 2014. All the elections they considered to be illegitimate, including the current government of Ukraine. They're like illegitimate, more or less. Why I say more or less, because I think they met already. Putin met Zelensky, and I know he met Merkel and Angela and Macron before and had the conversation and blah blah blah. So Putin agreed to meet in this format. And so this Viktor Yanukovych is still alive, and about 5 days ago he was charged in absentia, and he was a warrant for his arrest was issued by the Ukrainian government. So they want to arrest a former president, and they said for I think there were some illegalities plus they say treason. All right. The problem is we have another president of Ukraine who now is charged with the same thing. So what's going on over there? There are some other intelligence service officers who have been arrested. I just posted a video about that by Zelensky. So I'm afraid that abuse of power occurs over there under the cloak of war and martial law. So then we have here the article from Reuters from today, May 30th, 2022, and it says Ukraine's ex-president Poroshenko leaves country for political meeting. Now this guy was not allowed to leave. He was supposed to go through Poland to a meeting. I'm guessing the same meeting, and they didn't let him go. The Poles said, "No, you can't go. You first. There's a problem with you." I don't know what problem that was, but nevertheless, we go here and we find out. So it says Ukraine's former president Petro Poroshenko, who is under investigation for possible treason. So the first one, Viktor Yanukovych, treason. The second one here we have Petro Poroshenko, treason. Don't you see a pattern here? I do. And if Zelensky doesn't like the chief of security forces in what was that? Can't remember with K. No, Cardiff, not Cardiff, not Wales. Come on, man. I can't remember the town. Oh my God. Anyway, not Krakow, Poland. So nevertheless, he just dismisses and arrests people like that. In general, it was another general that was arrested, replaced for how's that? uncourageous thing or something like it was a coward or something, for all kind of reasons. But it's a pattern. This guy is for treason. The problem is this: once Zelensky is going to go away, what if the next one is going to arrest Zelensky for treason? Is that a pattern? That's the democratic system that the Western countries want to admit into the European Union and in NATO possibly, and back up this guy. This guy. I don't know if these guys were, they really are, they commit treason. I don't know that, but it's kind of weird, don't you think? Two elected presidents, one before 2014, the other one after 2014, both of them with treason by the same guy. Not by, it was not Zelensky, says this and that, but under his regime, or how do you want to call it, authority, whatever. So we say here, so it says that this guy is under investigation for possible treason, has been allowed to leave the country. He's never going to come back probably, at the border crossing with Poland to attend a political meeting, his party said on Monday. So political meeting being bye-bye, London, I'm coming. That's what's going to be, because, London is the place where these oligarchs somehow are ending up. The former Pakistani prime minister, I think the father of Sharif, that is currently, he is for embezzlement and other things. He's still in London. All these guys are in London. What's going on? MI6. All right. So Petro Poroshenko was able to get abroad to participate in a summit and Congress of the European People's Party in Rotterdam. His party, European Solidarity, said in a statement. Poroshenko was previously stopped from leaving the country twice, missing a meeting of NATO Parliamentary Assembly in Vilnius. Poroshenko is being investigated in connection with the financing of Russian-backed separatists in the east of the country through illegal coal sales in 2014-2015. He denies there are any wrongdoings. In January, a Ukrainian judge rejected the prosecutor's request to have Poroshenko arrested in connection with a case which the letter said he'd been cooked up by his political opponents. Well, so Poroshenko says that all these charges were cooked up by political opponents. I wonder who those are. Do they start with a Z by any chance? MVZ? Okay, well, see, if this guy is saying this kind of things, it must be something over there that's not right. Then you go to Viktor Yanukovych, another situation. And it's just, and these are the democratic forces that operate in Ukraine, that the West give $40 billion, United States only, and 16 Germany, and 50 tanks and whatever, 15 tanks and this and that. These are the guys. So what do you think? Is this what you guys in the Western world think of a democracy? Does it sound like democracy? At least these guys here are doing it, under the table and so on. You rarely find out. But over there, it's just, I mean, how else should I interpret this? I can be naive and say, yes, man, they both committed treason, and this fair guy, Zelensky, gets them. Okay. Now I can turn off CNN, pick, and go to bed happy. Now I know the truth about the world. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. All right. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you in a moment. We got some more.